What's going on, y'all? It's your boy DJ Aberrant, Aberrant Productions, man. Shout out to everybody that been checking in my YouTube channel, man. This is basically my photography side. I've been talking stories about my DJing, and I've been dropping on some equipment that I just got into. But you know, I've been saying, you know, I got some equipment and stuff like that. So before I even get into that on the photography end, we're gonna do the story first. We're gonna do the story first, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So basically, before we get into this over here, we're just gonna talk about some stuff that I don't got right now that I've started with. So basically, I started DJing and doing photography around the same time. I mean, I had a passion for both. What I really wanted to do, starting with getting my camera and stuff like that, and learning about doing images and media and stuff like that. I wanted to shoot videos. That's the reason why I got my camera. At first, I had got me a laptop. I got me an old MacBook, like the 2013, something like this right here. So this is a little bit newer compared to the old one that I had. What I had did like a couple months ago was I had took my hard drive out, and I upgraded the RAM and everything in this thing too. Cause my old one was so beat up, I had to get a new body. Like it had, I wish I still had it so I could show y'all. Like I had tape around it. My screen was messed up and broken and stuff like that from DJing house parties in New York City and going through raids and stuff like that with the cops while DJing. Yeah, so basically when I went to Florida, this lady was selling one a little bit newer, so I went ahead and just got it, switched it out because that was my little baby. It got me through everything, and I made so much money and invested so much into it. That's why I did upgrade, because at a point in time, the laptop wasn't working. Like I think my backlight went out, and if the backlight is out, you can't really use it. So I was like, damn, what I'm gonna do? And I had bought a new laptop, like a newer laptop, like it was around 2016. Yeah, around 2016, I upgraded because I had a 2012 or 2013, something like that. So I went and upgraded, and it didn't have a lot of memory in it. So I was like, damn, but I needed it because I had to DJ, like, you know, in a couple of days. So I went and bought one, and kind of found out I didn't really even use it. I mean, but I kept it. I did some videos on it and stuff like that. And I got, you know, I ended up giving it to a friend for a gift because he opened up his restaurant. So I had got me a laptop first because I wanted to learn how to edit, because I had a couple friends. Shout out to my boy Combo. He was doing, you know, he does photography and he got into doing videos, so he already had a camera. He was shooting videos, and then I had a great laptop, and you know, our movie was popping at that time, so he was like, you know, can we collab and, you know, put this video together? So I went upon it myself. Once he gave me the clips, took like about 2 weeks. I just tried putting it together myself, and I went and showed it to him. He was like, yo, you did this yourself and stuff like that? I said, yeah. And then he's like, yo, it looks good, but you know, they already had their own direction how they wanted to put it. So they used some of the stuff that I already did, and then it just kind of, it was like a storyline, you know, and I wasn't there when they shot the video or when they even made the song. So I just thought it was a dope song, and I just kind of put it together. Shout out to my cousin Tyrone Briggs. And, you know, I was like, okay, cool. I ended up going back, you know, we lined some of the stuff up, and I went back and I just put it together again. And I talked to my boy Tommy. He does film too, and he was a lot more experienced because I was brand new. I didn't know anything that I was doing. I YouTube and learned how to use iMovie and stuff like that, but I didn't really know the concepts and the fundamentals on making music videos or filming or anything like that. And I mean, so he just gave me some, you know, some pointers and stuff like that, and just helped me make the video a lot more better. And I mean, and you know, I'm happy that, you know, the video's still out there. I forgot what the song is called. I think it's Sweet. It's basically like a remix to Common Sweet. If you have some hip hop heads, shout out to my DJs that's still, you know, checking me out right now. Even though I'm doing photography, but it's called Sweet by Tyrone Bridge. I can check it out. I'll probably put the link at the bottom. That's basically my first video editing. And then once I did that, my head just blew up. I was like, yo, like this is dope, because my cousin, like, he gets into like a lot of opportunities. So I felt like I wasn't thinking of it that way, but I was like, damn, you know, he's still building himself and still working with a lot of other people and, you know, doing a lot of things. So maybe if I stuck on this, I could probably be somebody too. So, you know, and that's what I did. I went and got me a camera. I was doing my research. I always did my homework and was like, you know, I got to know what I want to get, because once I get it, that's it. So I was like, damn, like, you know, I need to get my own camera. I need to step my game up and, you know, really do something. Because I was around a bunch of creative brothers, you know what I mean? And shout outs to them. You know, I was around a bunch of dancers, people that did producing. I had people that did photography. They film, they rap, everything. You know what I mean? And it was just like, you know, people that was into doing clothes. And I just wanted to find my way and figure out what I want to do. Now, at that time, I think I'm like about 16, 17 years old, you know? But my friends, they were a lot older than me, so I was like, yo, I gotta figure out what I need to do. This is like around 2014, 2015. So then, got the laptop, learned how to edit. Then I got the camera. I had got me a Nikon D3200. Yeah, Nikon D3200. It came with the kit lens, the 18 to 55. I think I still got the 18 to 55. It's beat up somewhere. I don't even want to see what that thing looked like. But I keep it with me because it just reminds me. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. Alright, so back at it. This one was my. Is it my first? I think this. No, this wasn't my first. It wasn't my first lens because I had the older lens. This is like the. This is 1855 VR2. I had the VR thing on the side, right? And the auto and menu focusing on the side right here, right? But this right here was like, basically this ring is supposed to spin like the ring that's the lens that I got on right now. I got the Nikon D7500 on my that we're using right now. It has an 18 to 55. I like using it because it has a wide range. It's really sharp, and then the camera's great. And I mean, it's giving me real good quality. So it has that ring where you could just keep spinning. Let me see, was it like this? Hold on, put your menu. Yeah, so this is my 55 to 200, and it stops. Like, you could go to 55, stop. 200, stop. That's it. You can only go back and forth. These lenses that they got out right now, like the one that I got on right now, it's an 18 to 55p. This is the 18 to 55 2, VR2. And then this is basically the lenses that I got now. They spin like this. It's a P. This is a 55. This is a 70 to 300 P ED lens. So it just keeps spinning, doesn't stop. This is an older version. It spins, but it stops. It'll only go to a certain amount. I mean, on the zoom. Basically, my 18 to 55 was like that. So I got, you know, that's the lens that it came with. These are dinosaurs. I mean, so when I got that lens, you know, I used it for everything. Then I got some other lenses that I had that I don't have today. The only one that actually I still have is this 55 to 200 because I actually got this before I got this. So this one I had got with the original with the other camera too. After I bought that 18 to 55 kit lens with the D3200. So when I got that, I mean, I was like, shoot, I'm gonna do filming, but you know, with me filming, I was like, damn, I'm gonna do, you know, I didn't want to do photography because my friends was doing photography, you know, with photographers. Now there wasn't a lot of people that was doing videos or anything, so I was like, you know, maybe that's where I could come in. But should we in New York City, there's opportunity for everybody. Then after a while, I was like, man, F that. I'm gonna go ahead and just do photography too. I'm gonna learn how to do it. I'm basically, you know, intertwine and have that chemistry with my camera and, you know, learn different ways I can use it and stuff like that and just basically build myself up. Now my beginner photos, they aren't really, I mean, I have some good shots, you know what I mean? But it wouldn't be anything I'd probably be doing today. So I came a long way with photography, you know, just as with DJing and doing film. So I had the 18 to 55 and I got this 55 to 200. I mean, I wasn't really using this 55 to 200. I just wanted it because it was a zoom lens, and I felt like, you know, there was probably times I was going to need it, but I didn't really know that this was really one of those lenses that you needed for like portraits and stuff like that until like it was kind of like too late. I mean, you know, now this lens, I mean, I was still using it when it was beat up, but this moves around, it's a little shaky, and I mean, that's pretty much it. But you know, sometimes like the you know, the zoom works on it, I mean, the focus works on it and stuff like that, but I should have took a lot more better care with this lens, you know. Also with this happened, I think I dropped it or it was on the floor. Somebody accidentally stepped on it. So my focus is stuck, you know, and it's not moving at all. Yeah, so, yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to put these to the side. Those are my dinosaur babies right there. I just keep them because it just reminds me where I came from. I mean, I could use them. I could use them still if I wanted to, but I won't. So, next is, okay, that was a cash out, y'all. So, next is, got the D3200. Now, I was dealing with some guys. Oh, also, before I moved down here to South Carolina, my friend Elvin, he does producing and stuff like that. He had a studio set up and everything. Now, I keep this lens also to remember where I came from. I can't use it for anything. Hopefully, maybe in the future, if they build me like a little lens mount that will convert to whatever camera I got, I could probably use it, but I can't use it right now at all. So he saw, you know, what I was doing, and he saw I was moving around and getting things done, like, you know, really trying to up my craft. So he gave me this camcorder. He was like, yo, you know, test it out, try it out, see if you could do something with it. I said, okay, cool. So I took it. It was an old camcorder. It took the little tapes. That's how old it was. Now, I saw where you could like kind of convert it and stuff like that, but at that time I was really poor. I didn't have no money. I was actually on the verge of being homeless before I got homeless. And in the midst of moving, I lost a lot of stuff, including the body of the camera itself. And you know, it kind of messed me up because I felt like, you know, this was kind of a good quality camera. If I really knew what I was doing, I could really make something out of it. But it is what it is. And I mean, you live and you learn and you build. So I always kept this with me. And I kept looking it up, like, yo, can you still use this lens? And they say, like, the mount on it is, like, so small compared to the other DSLR cameras that are out. So hopefully maybe sometime in the future they might make one. But right now, the I guess something about the image is so small. Like, the lens is really big, but it's kind of, like, really compact. I don't know if I know what I'm talking about right now. But I cannot use this on any DSLRs that's out right now. If it's a Canon, Nikon, Sony, whatever, because it's so small. Look at this big. Oh, look at this one. I mean, this is a Nikon, but I'm actually show you, like, it's not. It's really small. So after that, I put this to the side, just kept it. I mean, for memories. Next, I got. Let me look up here. Where you at? This is also a camera I never use, but it's inspiration. Why? Because my grandma gave it to me. So she gave me this camera. This is basically, this is the EOS Rebel G. Now, if you got this camera, put it in the comment section, let me know, because this is like the OG camera of Canons. This is the first digital film camera. Let me pop it out for you if I can. I don't use this at all. But it's clean as hell, though. Look at that, y'all. You put the film in here and line it up and do all that crazy stuff to it. It has a bunch of buttons and stuff. It has the display right here where you can change, I guess, I guess you can change ISOs and stuff on here, too. Put your little flash on top and all that good stuff. So, I never use this. It got a 35 to 80 millimeter. Know what I mean? Oh, snap. I never really looked at it. Know what I mean? Has a little focus ring on it, you know. But yeah, this is nice. You know, I just kept it. I never used it. It actually came in a little bag, but I guess I lost the bag. So I just put it up with all my old antique cameras that I got up there that I never used either. So, you know, I kept it because my grandma, she was like, you know, she's like one of those, my family always been like one of those people that's like, go to school, play football, you know, stuff like that, get a job. And I always kept a job. And I mean, always been working and always been in school, but I never wanted to. It was never my thing. You know what I mean? Like I never wanted to. I never wanted to do school. You know, it just wasn't for me. I felt like, I mean, you know, you needed to basically move up in the world, and you know, it's part of becoming an adult. But it's just, I just felt like it just wasn't doing anything for me. Like it wasn't gonna put me in a position where I could do what I want in my life and be successful. You know what I mean? And I didn't want that for myself. So I did it anyway. You know what I mean? I graduated high school, all that good stuff, and you know, at that time I was always talking with my grandma, and she gave me this camera, and she was like, you know, I know you're doing photography. See if you could work with this one too. I said okay. I looked at it and I was like, damn, this is a damn a film. Now, I mean, I don't know nothing about no dark room, but shit, maybe I'll probably get into when I get old and stuff, you know? Be a little hobby for me. So, this is a film camera. You can change the lens too on it. It's crazy, right? Look at that. You can change the lens on it. I mean, it got the little digital lens thing on there, lens mount on there, you know? And then, like I said, like, shoot, even with this one, I can't use it. I wish I could use this lens because it has so much stuff on it. I saw like the features on it, like before I lost the body. It has the ND filter, image stabilization, autofocus. It's so sharp too. Like I hope Canon. I need to cater to this real quick. You know what I mean, just people. There's some people out in this world that still got this lens, so make it do what it do. You know. All right, so boom. Let me stop chatting. Let's get to the real deal. So I got these cameras, put that to the side. Next, after that, my D32. Now what happened was I was dealing with these guys, and I mean they did music and stuff like that. I believed in them and, you know, told them like, yo, we could work together. And I mean my work ethic was always up there. So it was like, yo, let's do it. And I mean, let's do these videos, let's do these photo shoots and stuff like that. I'm already a DJ. Y'all got the whole package right here. I do everything. All y'all gotta do is just do the work, do the music, do the performance, find shows, do this, do that. And I mean, and these dudes, they just wasn't really on their ish. And I mean, so I don't mean to curse, but you know, just talking about it kind of gets me mad because I hate dealing with people that say like they want so much more in life, but they don't want to put the work in, and it kills me because I'm one of those people that I work tirelessly to get things done. I mean, I don't care if I gotta be up 3 days straight, like I'll do it because it comes with the success. I mean, so these dudes, these dudes was wild. Like they was on drugs and all types of stuff, like, and they just couldn't handle themselves. So that's why they where they at right now. Like they still in where they at, and I'm where I'm at. You know, not to brag, but it is what it is. So in the midst of me having my 3200, I was doing so much stuff. And I mean, I was working with celebrities. I was doing baby showers. I was doing events, weddings. I was doing photo shoots. I was doing mad stuff with that little itty bitty entry level camera. You know what I mean? And I loved the camera. Like I had everything. I had video lights, microphones. I had extra batteries. I had more lenses. I had a 50mm lens that was with it. Now, what ended up happening was I had left it with these guys, and the camera ended up getting stolen, and nobody wanted to help me either find it and get it back or help me get the funds to buy the equipment again. I mean, like, once it was gone, these dudes just, like, turned their back on me, you know what I mean? So, that's basically what it was. And, you know, I took that on the chin, and I kept it moving. Like, I couldn't stop. So, basically what I did was I invested into some more cameras. I had got me this, I think I got this first. I got the 7000 D7000 Nikon because this was like basically like the next up camera at the time, and you know it's basically I'm moving, you know, I'm getting on a professional level because it was like, you know, I kind of know what I'm doing, and I've been doing stuff. And I mean, I've been doing events, I've been doing shoots and stuff like that, videos and photography. So let's up the equipment. I got this one. Now what happened with this one was I was coming from New York one time back to South Carolina because I had an event, and in the midst of me traveling, my stupid self put the camera in my bag under the bus. I took the bus back, and with the bus, I guess, shaking up and stuff like that, it messed my camera up. Like it has this thing on here where it says it has an error message on here, so it's done for. I could send it to Nikon, get it fixed, and be good to go, but I'm not really sure if it's even worth it. Now this is my D7100. After this one broke, I got this one. Got this from some Asian guy in Georgia, and this was a lovely camera too. I did so much stuff with this too. After a while, same thing happened. I think one day I was just shooting, and it just did it on me, and I was like, "Yo, I need another camera ASAP." And then at that time, I had went and got me a Sony A7 III. Got me the Sony A7 III, and what happened? I had to bring it back because I had gotten to some stuff. My license wasn't straight, and I had to bring that damn thing back because I got caught up with the cops. Spent the night in jail, all that good stuff. Brought it back, and then that's where I ended up with the D7500, which I'm shooting with right now. Now, the reason why I'm not using the A7 III is because I just want to show y'all because that's part of my new equipment, I mean. And with these cameras, I mean, I've shot with celebrities like The Baby. I shot with Moneybagg Yo. I shot with Nas. I shot with so much people, and I mean, I've done even like just city stuff, schools, all types of stuff. I created a lot of memories doing this stuff, man, and I never felt like I needed to quit. You know what I mean, so once I got the D7500, one of the lenses I had got was this right here. This is a 70 to 300 millimeter lens. It's a really good lens. I don't really use it as much, and I'm gonna show you why. This is a great lens. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I bought it from this guy for the low. Well, it wasn't really for the low, but it was a good deal though. And this don't fit because it belongs on this one. It was a really good lens. I mean, I used it a few times and I just put it down. It's still fresh. I mean, next, the reason why I don't use it was because, for one, I always had this 35 millimeter. It's a 35 millimeter. It's an aperture lens. I use it especially when I'm filming, and I use it for a lot of stuff. This is my go-to lens. If I'm definitely not using that 18 to 55 as a go-to lens, because you just never know. Especially when I be doing weddings, I be doing big weddings, small weddings. I be in the clubs taking pictures, so I always keep that 18 to 55 millimeter on. And then my D7500, it's great in low light, so it was like a good combination. But then I got my 35 millimeter. It's sharp. It's tack sharp, and I mean it's a 2.8 f-stop. It's a great lens. Is it 2.8 or is it 1.8? It's 1.8, matter of fact. Sharp as hell. I mean, I love this lens. There was a time where I had did a prom shoot, and I had dropped this lens in a park, and I had to do another shoot, and my stupid self ended up shooting with this lens, which was already broken at that time, like this. So, like I said, the focus wasn't working. So I had to use it. I had to have it like in the middle between my 18 and the lock to use it, and the picture still came out really bad. I got lucky with that with that event. And then the next day, not only that, this was still sitting in the park in the grass. Like, I got lucky. I mean, I went out to the park first thing in the morning because the gates lock up out there in Aiken, South Carolina at Hopeland Gardens. I got lucky. This thing was still there. I wasn't trying to pay no $250 for another lens, and woo, I got lucky with that. Now next, the reason why I don't really use this, which I probably need to, is because I got this lens. This is a big tank right here. I did my research and I saw like this was like the next up. Like this is a professional lens, know what I mean? So me not want to spend so much money, this thing is a little bit beat up too. I mean, even though it holds its own, it's still a little bit beat up. And I still be using it from time to time. It's a 80 to 200 millimeters. It's a 2.8. So it's a little bit, it's sharper than this, but it's not sharper than this. But it's really great. It has has great bokeh on it, and it's beautiful. I mean, I love this lens. I mean, it's heavy though. It got this compared to this is plastic. most of it. This is all metal and glass. So yeah, I keep this on me at all times. I messed up the plastic part. I wish this was metal too. I messed up the plastic part on this focus ring. So I might have to glue it or something like that. Get it back right. And then sometimes like it's so beat up. Sometimes my focus, my manual focus, it doesn't really work. So good thing with my D7500, it'll catch really sharp. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do to get it right, but it is what it is. So boom, that's my baby right there. And then let me see. I don't think I got anything else in here. I just got a bunch of flashes. Now with the photography, I had to get my equipment up on doing videos. So now on the video side, I had this baby right here. This is my newer stabilizer. You can move it around, you throw it on your shoulder. I use this a bunch of times with a lot of events that I've done. Like with Hitman Holla, I did a little freestyle session in New York City. This is a great thing to have, especially when you're just starting out. Shoot, even if you're a professional, you just never know. Like if you're a gimbal or something like that just happens just to go out, and you got the image stabilization in your camera, you need this. I mean, you just never know. This is your backup. I'm thinking about selling it. I mean, see who wants to buy it, because I'll use it a few times and it's still brand new looking. Put that back. Now next, I had. Oh, I still got it. This right here is another stabilizer. My fiance got me because she saw my potential and saw what I was doing. And when I be looking up stuff, she be like looking over my shoulder, like trying to see what I be looking at. And I mean, so she had got me this as a surprise when we first started dating, before we got engaged. And I'm so thankful for her. I don't really use it that much because I upgraded so many times. But this is a great thing. Now, the only thing about this is like a spider. This is a spider. They call it like a spider stabilizer. Because you got to hold it like this at all times. And you got to make sure it's balanced before you set it up. If it's not balanced, it'll be tipping over or be tipping back. And you don't want to go through that. You got to make sure it's on point before you use it, or you're going to be messed up. So now with me having Nikon, I love my Nikon cameras. I love their lenses. And I've been using them since I started in the game. But one thing about Nikon is that their focus, their autofocus is not that good. That's why, like, I don't care what lens I got, I'll manually focus that thing every time. If it's this $600 lens, or if it's this $200 lens, or this $200 lens, or a $150 lens, I don't care what kind of lens it is, I'll just manually focus it. I'm not even going to put it on autofocus. Because I just don't want to go through making sure it's focused. Now with this thing, you can't do no focusing with your hand. You can't do no manual focus. So you have to have a good autofocus camera, and that's where I always kept. Going into like a lot of like mess ups. Like I do like about 20, double if not triple times it takes that I need to when it comes to shooting videos with this stabilizer, because I can't focus. And sometimes, a lot of times, what Nikon does with the lenses is like the focus will jump back and forth. And I mean, they got a lot better because they got like a lot of mirrorless cameras and stuff like that, and they upgrade them. But the cameras that I had lately, it ain't do justice. So I'll use this, and then I'll probably do my hands because I'm a lot stable with my hands. Or, I'll just figure it out or find some other way to do it. So I don't use this no more. I'm selling this too. Ready to go. It's a great thing to have. But I know I'm not going to use it again. And this is why, that to the side. This is not in the bag. It's not put up. So it's hard to kind of show. This right here is my crane, my Xeon crane, Weeble S. I'm going to show you the box. I stuck out the box. It'll look better on the box. I'll be using that every time. So this is my Weeble S. This is a great stabilizer. I had the crane too, which had the little stick, one of the first ones that came out. But I sold it to some guy because I wasn't using it. And the reason why I wasn't using it was because when I bought the Crane 2, my fiance had surprised me and bought this for me. I mean, because I was going to buy this, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to wait a while. I'm going to just start with the older one, see how I could do with that, and then go ahead and upgrade. So I used this, and with this and with my Nikon, it was great. The only thing was the focus thing. And what's in here? Oh, I got some more focus. Okay, so now I know what's in here. You gotta buy some. I mean, buying this is great, but it's so much other stuff that you need to buy, especially with my Nikon. I'm gonna put this up here. So these are the things I had to buy, because one of my issues was making sure I had something good, a great quality stabilizer, but the focus was definitely crucial. Like I needed something, or I needed the stuff that I, to have to make sure my videos were tack sharp. I mean, I didn't want to have no issues. So basically what I did was I got this. Is basically the I just bought this because I saw it with the Crane when I was doing my homework and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, I need to get it. This is basically for the phone. You put it on your phone. You put this thing on your stabilizer on the side right here, and you just put your phone on there. It's a phone holder. Cost a lot of money. I think it was like about $50. I'd say that real fast because I spent a lot of money on it. This right here was the HDMI plug. I'm not using it because I bought the wrong one for my Nikon, because the Nikon takes a smaller one or something like that. So I think I can use this on my Sony that I got now. So I put that back. This is a transmitter. You can use this, put it under the Crane, and then you could go ahead and link it to your phone, and you can see everything from your camera to your phone. But I used my phone, and I was gonna buy another phone and do that, but I saw that you could get an LCD. So there's another piece that I need to get, which is the image transmission receiver. This is the transmitter. I need the receiver. The receiver basically links to this one, and then whatever you plug to the receiver that's linked to this, you can see it through. So if I got my monitor, that's where you at, baby? My monitor right here, boom. I got my monitor. This is a beautiful monitor. It's a Fieldworld monitor. It's 4K. It's bright as hell. One of the things about getting an LCD, you got to make sure that your LCD is bright, especially when you're outside. This is a great, good to go LCD. A lot of people, I had a few people told me that shoot, they have these and they've been through like about 2 or 3 of them because they broke. I had this, it's been like a little bit over a year, and it's doing this thing. I love this thing, and it takes 2 batteries in the back. Now the only thing about it, when you add in all of these parts to your stabilizer, it makes it a little bit more heavier. So you better hit the gym, do some push-ups or something, because this thing got some weight on it. Plus the 2 big Sony batteries that I put on there got some weight on it. You could really put 1 battery on there and you'll be good to go for about an hour or so. It has a plug-in for power, HDMI input, output. It has a lot of settings in here. You can do the zebras, color corrections. It has LUTs in here. You can put your own custom LUTs in here with a SD card. It got the menu. It's a touch screen. You can brighten and shorten the screen. It has this piece that comes with it that you could spin the LCD screen around, which is perfect. And I use it all the time. I'm going to put you back. That's why I don't use the phone, because having that big LCD screen, I don't got to worry about, oh, I need my phone, or somebody calling me while I'm shooting. It's a hassle. You know what I mean? So, boom. Now, this was the thing that I really needed. This is the Transmount Servo Zoom Focus. Now, they got one that's a little bit older than this one, the first one, but this has a stronger motor in it, so you can use it for zoom and you can use it for focus. Some lenses, you need a lot more strength to do the focus, or you need a lot more to do the zoom. So this is good either way, you know what I mean? So if I use this on my 35mm, and it has a little ring, the teeth for it to go around, or I could just put it on here, is wonderful. And I mean, you just gotta work it out. You just gotta figure out, how to work it, because you're not on the camera no more, using your hands. You on a stabilizer. It has the ring on the side where you can move it around, and you can just change the focus or the zoom or whatever you want to do with it. So I had to buy all this stuff for this. Now, this was probably about, I don't know how much it was. I think it's about $500, $600. Nah, I think it's about like 3 something. This was like about 100. This was like about 100. This was like $50 for a wire. This was, or $25. This is $50. Know what I mean? It's a lot of money that you gotta put into these things. Know what I mean? And there's some other stuff that costs a lot more. But I got it, and my equipment is up there, so I ain't gotta worry about nothing else. And then next up, yeah, that was it, basically everything for my Nikon. Now, my thing about my Nikon, I definitely need to upgrade it because I'm getting booked with these weddings, doing photography and videos. I'm getting booked for events, doing photography and videos. And what was a deal breaker was I was doing this school event for Allen University in Columbia, South Carolina. And basically, it was doing like a signing, and the guy, he asked me last minute, he's like, yo, I need you to do video and photography. I'm like, how can I do it when you know I got one camera and you call me to shoot all the time, you know, to do photography? He said, I said, the only way I could do it is I could shoot back and forth. Like, I could take some pictures real quick and I could go back and record. And for that situation, it was kind of to a point where it's kind of impossible, but I still kind of made it work at the same time. I wasn't too happy with doing that, but, you know, that's when I was like, you know what? Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just upgrade. Now, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get me a new camera because I just wasn't too happy about it. Now, my fiance, one time she hit me up, not too long ago, she hit me up. She was like, you know what? You know, let's invest in some more stuff because, you know, every once in a while, we go ahead and just invest. So I was like, okay, cool. You know, what we want to get? She said, we're going to go ahead and get a new camera. So I said, all right. I knew what I wanted. I mean, I knew it was next up. I knew I wanted to get that A7 III back and upgrade, you know. But at the same time, I knew what I needed. I didn't just need that kit lens or whatever. So we gonna get into the A7 III now. So basically, we shopped around. I mean, I was like, you know what? You know, this stuff would cost a lot of money. I'm the type of person, I don't like spending too much money. I like saving my bread. I like, you know, waiting the last minute to go ahead and get what I need. So, you know, I had to show her, like, you know, with getting the camera, there's some other stuff that I need. I mean, because if I get it, I don't gotta get it again. And, you know, I'm converting to the next thing. And I mean, I'm switching over. So I get the Sony. She was like, you know, what do you need? So I told her, I said, you know, I gotta get basically almost, if not the same lenses that I got, that are my go-tos, I gotta get something familiar or something close to it. So she said, okay, cool, what do you have? So I like basically breaking down the things that I got and, you know, basically just put her on with, you know, things that I work with. So I showed her my 18 to 55 now, 18 to 55 millimeter lens. I use it for like big group pictures, I mean, or when after shoot with like some people be getting me to shoot like group pictures of like 100 people. So, you know, my 18 to 55 millimeter, that 18 millimeter, that thing, it works wonders. So, you know, I go ahead and I use that for those pictures. Or if I be in tight spots like in clubs and stuff like that, and people want full bodies and we doing shoulder to shoulder, that 18 to 55 will get me into, you know, I got enough room. If I'm a few feet away, I could go ahead and get my shot in without clearing the room. I mean, also next up was my 35 millimeter lens. I mean, this is my aperture lens. I use it for portraits. I use it for photo shoots. I use it for basically a lot of stuff, especially and for filming. I mean, so I needed my 35 millimeter lens. If not, it was gonna be a 50 or it was gonna be 85 millimeter. That was tack sharp like this one. Then I got I needed something like one of these. I needed a zoom lens. This is a sharp lens, and I mean my 70 to 300. But the reason, you know, like I said, I don't use that is because this is a lot more sharper. It's a 2.8 stop. This is my 80 to 200. That's what I got. I use this all the time, and it has that beautiful bokeh and all that stuff. So I got this. I mean, I need something like this too. So we gonna go ahead and get into this bag right here. And I mean, we're gonna get in our bag today. So this is where I got all my Sony equipment in here. I didn't use it to film because I wanted to show y'all what I got going on. That's why I'm using my 7500. I would say that this camera compared to, well, my D7500, compared to this camera, this A7 III. It's not the same thing because it's a DSLR. I mean, it does have good quality and stuff like that, but they come kind of close. I mean, especially with the fields of the cameras. But no, I don't even want to say that because it's not the same thing. It is not the same thing. This A7 III is on another level, y'all. Like, I'm telling you. So, boom. This is my A7 III right here, y'all. This is it. I love this camera, y'all. I used it for one. I used it for like about. I used it for one shoot, but I used it for like 2 other prom shoots. But it wasn't like I used it for the whole shoot. But this is a beauty right here, y'all. I mean, I recommend everybody to get this. I don't care if you're starting out or if you're professional or you just want to take some pictures. This will get you where you need to go. You feel me? That's my A7 III, y'all. Now, one of my issues was with me getting this camera. I was trying to figure out, because I use a lot of newer products, my flashes and stuff like that. Like this right here. This is my 752 speed light. I got a second one for my other my Nikon bag right here. I got 2, and then I got 2 mono lights. I got 2 Vision 4 mono lights that I use. Now my issue was like, damn, if I switch over, will I be able to use my newer products? Because I know if I get it, it's gonna be for Nikon, or I just get it because it just says newer on it. I mean, and for me, newer always been good to me. I know there's some other stuff that I'm definitely gonna level up on, like the Flashpoint and stuff like that, but newer is my go-to because it's like, you know, if you ain't trying to spend no money but you're trying to get the job done, that's it. If you're not trying to spend the money but you're trying to get the job done, newer got you. It has me for all this time. Nothing's failed for me. I mean, my light that I got back there is newer. I got some other lights that's newer. I got a lot of stuff that's newer. I mean, and it's done its thing. I got some reflectors that I use. It's all newer, and I ain't have no complaints at all. And I was gonna go ahead and invest with the Flashpoint or get an Explorer 600, which was, you know, gonna hit my pockets because some things is expensive, but they great quality mono lights. But I was like, you know what? One day I'm gonna just go ahead and just put the damn thing on and just see if it's gonna work for me. So start it up. So I was like, you know what? Let me just see if it just works, just to see if it's gonna work, right? So I went ahead and put it on, right? Slid it on there, put it on tight, and then it's not going to shoot without the lens because I set it up like that, right? This is my kit lens. Alright. Now remember I said I started out with Nikon, and I was like, you know what? This, you know, and this speed light is like $20. And I mean, I actually got 2 of them for like, I got a deal. I mean, I'm gonna let you know that it's like $20, but it's great. And I mean, it does what it is. It's strong. It's bright. Sometimes I don't even use my mono lights. I probably just use these depending on the situation. And yeah, so basically all the triggers, all the mounts right here at the bottom where the hot shoe goes, they're all the same on all my newer for my mono lights and for my flashes. So, and then look it out. Check this out. It works. So I don't gotta buy me no speed lights, and I don't gotta buy me no mono lights right now. So for now. So I'm good to go. You know what I mean? So in case anybody, you know, into newer or, you know, invest into that and they feel like they gotta switch over, right now you ain't gotta switch over. You still good to go. You still got what you need. So I've used this for my mono lights for some prom shoots that I did, and they came out phenomenal too. So this is the So this is the A7 III. This is the kit lens that came with it. It's a 28-70. So I can still do group shoots and stuff like that. I'm still in the clear, and I mean using the kit lens. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna put this down. Next up, I was like, I gotta get something like this 80 to 200, right? So I got this baby right here. This is a 70 to 200. It's an f4. Now this lens is supposed to be sharper because it's a 2.8, right? And it's an f4. But don't let that f4 fool you. I used this lens and I was like, oh my god, look at her butt. Like, this lens is amazing, y'all. This is, I be seeing, like, I be watching, like, Fro Knows Photo, my boy Jared. He be using this thing, you know, doing sports and stuff like that. I see a lot of other photographers, professional photographers using this. I was like, yo, if I get one of these, it's a wrap. I mean, I'm about to go crazy. So I got one of them. It's right here. It goes back in the bag. Next up, let's go get that. Next up is this baby right here. I still got the box to it. That's how crazy it is. It's 2 boxes actually. These are 2 parts. So I asked my the guy that was selling me the the camera and stuff like that, because he had a Sony A7 II, and he was telling me this is what I needed to go with. Now, if y'all see what this says right here, you already know how the game's gonna change. You feel me? For shooting, for videos, everything. Like, I'm about to change the game right here. Like, so the guy told me, he said, I said, what's another good lens that I need? That's like my 35 right here, my 1.8. He said, yo, they got some good cameras so they got some good lenses though, but they cost a lot of money. Now, I mean, like, you're gonna be breaking your pockets. And just like him, just like me, I don't like spending too much money. So he was like, you know what? This is a lens that I got. He said, I got me a Sony, a Canon mount, Metabones lens converter, right? Which is this right here. Let me see if I can take it off real quick so I can show y'all. This is the Metabones mount. It's a converter, Sigma, and it's Canon to Sony. So I could put this on my Sony lens, right? Now, the 2 best things about doing this, right? For one, I could buy Canon lenses, which Canon has some great glass. I never hated on Canon, even though I've been busting down with Nikon. I've been rocking with Nikon for a minute. I never hated on Canon. I always felt like they got some good lenses and they do good work. It just wasn't my style, and I like the natural the natural look how Nikon does when I be shooting, when they produce pictures. So I always just roll with Nikon because I just want my stuff to be as natural as it can be. Not saying that Canon isn't it, but I love Nikon. So I got this lens. I got this Canon Metabones lens. So now I can mess with the Canon lenses. I got a bunch of Nikon lenses that I could still use with my D7500. I might not even give it up for right now, but yeah. So I got this right here. I could bust a bunch of Canon lenses on, and I could get my Sony lenses. What was I saying? I got this, I got that, and then boom, my Sigma, right? My camera had died real quick, y'all. So I could switch out. I'll put all the Canon lenses on here, like I was saying, and then I was like, I need a real nice, tack sharp, beautiful aperture lens, man. A beautiful one. Like, I need one better than this. I need one better than this. I need one better than any lens that I got. Like, I need to go crazy, like, with me investing into Sony. So he said, okay, boom, you got the Metabones lens. Now, instead of getting a Sony art lens or a Sony aperture lens where you got to spend over $1,000, you could spend a little bit less than that and get this 35 Sigma art lens, and it's way sharper than any lens that you got. It's a 1.4 f-stop, you know what I mean? So I went and got it. It's a 35mm. This is the GOAT right here. I have not yet to use it, but when I do, you will know and you will find out. I'm trying to shake the room with this lens, you feel me? So I can't even say I love it yet. I love it now because I'm looking at it. It's beautiful, it's heavy, it's sturdy. Know what I mean? It's great. Like, all my lenses is great. Know what I mean? Like, I got the
I got the arsenal. You feel me? Like I'm good to go. So that's basically it, y'all. I got my lenses. I invested in it. I'm just waiting to go ahead and try everything out and keep the ball rolling. You know. Shout out to all my photographers that checked in and stuff like that. If you got any questions or anything, man, just follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Aberrant World, Aberrant Productions, Facebook, and Instagram. If you got any questions, let me know. Hit my email. I got some more videos coming up, and I might start doing some tutorials and stuff. I know there's a million and one of them, but you know, if you're gonna check in with me, I might as well just give you some information because some people they just want to just come to the source, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, man. Y'all stay up. Got my fiance calling me, and I'm gonna get right back with y'all. Peace.